Hello and thank you for joining us out there. Night Guy here. We're doing a quick two-part video review today. So if you stick around for part one fully, please go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, etc. And please watch part two. This is a two-part series on cutlasses. We're taking it, out of the nightly battlegrounds, so to speak, and we're going to go overseas, on voyages. Anyhow, these are my personal favorite, my personal collection of cutlass or cutlass-like objects that I have here. I'm only going to be doing a review for the two-part video on these two. These are the actual swords or sword-like objects, the bladed, sharp cutlasses. This one up here, I already did a review on. Please go ahead and check that one out. This is a polymer plastic cutlass, training sword. Really nice piece. Please go ahead and check out the review on that one. As far as usage, I really enjoy using this in training. Anyways, what we're going for today is we're going to be doing some cut tests later, so please stick around and watch that. I decided to bring down the cutlasses then for that. I'm just going to jump into cutlass. I can't give you the exact definition. I'm not a historian. I don't, study and collect historical cutlasses. But from some that I have seen, they follow a similar design to the ones I have here. The first one that we're going to do today is the bottom one. This is the Cold Steel. See that there? Cold Steel cutlass sword machete. This one is, your standard sword machete from Cold Steel. I'm pretty certain I have the collection of all their sword machetes. Anyhow, they're all very similar design to this one. Polymer handle. Most of them have a 1060 blade, 1060 carbon steel like this one. Really robust. Anyways, as far back to the subject of cutlasses, these are definitely the closest that I could find to relatively inexpensive, reasonable, but yet functional and durable cutlass-like objects. I'm real big here on the channel for trying to, save a buck like anyone else is. Swords can get pretty expensive or sword-like objects. These are very inexpensive, and what you're going to get is pretty effective, pretty functional. It's debatable, I guess, if this is exactly a cutlass or not. It has a plastic handle for one. Both these have a plastic handle. Actually, all three of these do. So that would kind of rule them out, I think. As far as historical is concerned, high polymer plastic didn't exist back then when they were, when pirates were really doing their thing. But I think if a pirate did exist around back then, actually, now that I think about it, pretty sure pirates still exist now. And I'm pretty confident they would definitely appreciate something like this. Or any of the ones that I have on here, Anyhow, these by category from the manufacturers, these two bladed objects, aren't exactly swords. They're actually defined as machetes. But if you ask me, pick this up. This is a machete that feels like a sword, that handles like a sword. So if you ask me, it's a sword. Or a short sword, I should say. Anyhow, let's get right into the specs on it. Like most cutlasses, they're single-handed. This is the Cold Steel again. This one comes with a nice knuckle bar. I'm sorry. Pretty thick, high polymer plastic. This whole frame there. It's pretty good. Pretty wieldy. Definitely, it's a little bit blade heavy. But anyways, as far as the handle is concerned, this is pretty comfortable. Has a nice little ergonomic grip there. You can see the hand kind of fits in pretty well. If you look down in here, there's a little hole here that I found. That's kind of common with a lot of these sword machetes. This little hole, I'm not really sure what that's for. If anyone knows, let me know. Maybe it's just to show that, the blade tang goes all the way down through. You can see that in there. The blade tang is there. I don't have my tape measure on me. Forgive me, I lost it. But I'm going to say this blade runs about 25, 26 inches, give or take, which really isn't bad. Nice little curve here. You can see, I'll hold it flat there, and then if I run it, see how it, starts to curve downward. I really enjoy the point. I'm not sure how accurate this sort of a point would be on cutlasses. But either way, I really enjoy that. That looks nasty. Turn it the other way. You can see it's a nice thick blade. Nice and thick, we like them thick. Our blades, that is. I found when cutting as a beginner myself, these curved style blades, single-edged especially, single-edged and or curved, I tend to have an easier time with cutting. I can pick up almost any katana straight out the box if it's sharpened and functional, and I don't have too much of a hard time cutting with them. Whereas some of the double-edged broadswords that I like using, they give me a little more of a challenge, especially, if they're double-edged and straight. I think that has something to do with the blade profile or the mass that is in the blade when you're hitting the object. Anyhow, my point is that these are very forgiving for beginners. And, if you were a pirate, I would recommend definitely this cold steel machete cutlass sword. I've taken these out already, these two here that I have, and I definitely have already done a bunch of cuts with it, with both of them. They each cut really well. What I noticed about the cold steel in particular, as I noticed with their other sword machetes, is the edge retention on this is really well. I cut through some hard bottles. I haven't taken this to anything stronger than a bottle. I don't think I've taken it to anything other than a bottle at all. I'm going to try to see if I can scrounge up some wood and do a wood cut test with these today for you guys. But, the edge retention, just cutting bottles and thicker plastic bottles was really nice. This still feels nice and sharp. I didn't see any dullness. Definitely no rolling. Let me see if I could do a paper test for you guys real fast. Have a little empty envelope here. Looks like someone already did a cut. But we're going to start fresh right here. And we're just going to run this along. If I can keep it on there. And yeah, it's definitely cutting in. Definitely gave it a good bite. I don't know if you could see that there. If you could see that there. Hang on, let me try to get my other hand there. There we go. So kind of, cut it, shredded it a little bit. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one, guys. This is the cut right down here. Just a little cut, They're not razor sharp, but if you ask me, I don't really believe you'd want a sword to be razor sharp anyways. Razors don't do well against hitting hard targets, and I feel swords should be able to handle soft targets as well as hard targets, if you want my definition of functionality. But to each his own on that one. Anyhow, it did retain its sharpness. I'm confident I could take it out and do some easy cuts. We're going to go ahead and test that out soon. Let me continue on. Another, one of my favorite things about these cold steel sword machetes, they tend to always come with a really nice, quality, durable sheath. Pretty long there. Nice hard plastic case, so it's not going to stab through the bottom like a lot of the cheapos do. Looks like they're buttoned in. A nice, like a nylon material. Very nice. This goes really well. I'm going to wear this one in my tests, just to show you guys. So that'll be coming up. That's part one of the Cutlass review video. We're going to move on next to the second one, the Marbles Cutlass Machete. Thank you for joining us. Please stay tuned for part two. Let me know what you think of cutlasses in general. Let me know what you think of this video. Thank you.